Never underestimate the power of the Scout Code. Armed and ready. Captain Timo on duty.
It's just business.
No problem.
Going.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame.
You too will be judged.
You reek of fear. I am forsaken.
But all my light puns would have brightened your day.
Afraid of the dark.
Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
How about now? How about now?
Talk again.
Can we hear me now? I think we can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you
I
now.
don't see why not.
It's working now.
Oh, that's frustrating. Well, hope you all liked silent audio for the first, I don't know, 40 minutes of this cast, because apparently my audio tracks were all screwed up. Anyways, newest team assembled versus Lunchboxes of Doom. Yeah, we got a massive fight on the bottom here. We have a 4v4, 4v5. Ooh, in goes Slaga on Gurk7. Gurk7 is taking down Mousecop. He's got a Lissandra on top of him underneath the tower. Collateral damage coming out, and Pike gets another kill. Pike, it gets reset. Pike going for the third. Gets a triple kill. And Piper is putting steals the last one away from him. Bad Elliot. And another tower going over to Lunchboxes of Doom. Early pressure here. Roaming is 5. Quite effective.
Yeah, Brick Tamlin not even showing up to that fight. It seems like so far Lunchbox and Doom just are ahead of the plays in general. And we see that once again they're denied even a turret as Juice Miyashin uses his TP to get back to mid.
Yeah, so all the early pressure being applied by Lunchboxes of Doom. As we see Piper take away, or that's not Piper, that's Elliot. Piper is putting, I wish people would stop changing their names, to be quite honest with you. That is really annoying, because now we have Piper is and Piper is pudding. Anyways, pudding steals away Baxter's red buff. Baxter now a fair bit behind in CS and gold, as he has died 3 times. Also, my name is Sling Panda. I'm the caster for today, and with me is Violet Sociocat. Seeing as no one heard the introductions, it's working now. Violet is super quiet.
Let's see. How about now?
No, that's on my end. Now try that.
How about now?
Yeah, that should be better. Audio levels are stupid. That's all I gotta say. Certain channels are dumb. And
Indeed.
well,
It happens. It's not like we're getting paid the big bucks.
nope. What has become apparent is I need 2 PCs and an actual mixer, not a virtual mixer. As I have been trying to isolate a sound thing out, and it is not working. Anyways.
You know, I'm not even sure that they can contest this dragon safely.
Well,
they're quite behind. I guess they're all here though.
It's a 3v4.
It's a 4v5, right?
Oh yeah, 4v5. As we see some low health bars. Baxter does get the dragon. That's a mountain break over his team assembled. As Juice Miyashin now is going to find Gurk7 on the back lane. And the fight is now turning very poorly for Lou's team assembled. Brick Tamlin going to get dropped into Ignivia, and Brick Tamlin is taken down, and that is the case. They lose the dragon.
Yeah.
This is game 1. As you can see, the scoreboard should say 0-0. Game 1. News team assembled. Just got aced again, basically. And there goes their mid turret.
I really felt like they could never actually fight back. They were already quite down in gold, like over 6K. And it's less than, that's earlier than 15 minutes. And which means that almost none of them had item completions, and almost all the enemy team had a completed item of some kind. And the level advantage.
Yeah. As we see them go straight on to the Rift Herald. I think if you're new team assembled, you need to think about stalling this game up. Using the Anivia, using the Lucian, and stall.
They definitely don't want to fight you.
Really thinking about it. Backs are going to get hooked. In goes Juice Miyashin. You get walled off by Anivia, and that should be a disadvantage fight.
Another objective bled over though.
Yeah.
Nearly a 10K gold lead at this point.
Alright, so we were talking earlier, and no one heard it on stream, but the jungle matchup here was going to be super important, which one could get ahead and then stay ahead. As we see formerly known as Urion, as Piper is putting, is 5-0-5 compared to Baxter's 0-4-1.
Yeah, my boy Piper is putting kind of teaching Baxter how it's done. Honestly, Juice Miyashin dying in the mid lane. A very nice shutdown. Likely going to turn into a turret as well.
Baxter diving in. No, here is Pudding and Slagga. Slagga going to miss the hook between the uprights. As Bad Instincts is going to take the top turret. Gurk 7 is going to wrap around. Looks like Bad Instincts is going to have to trade his life for the turret. As we see Stand United coming in from Ron Gurgi. Bad Instincts going to get taunted, going to get kind of held up, is instead dashing in onto Baxter. Still a tank and still alive somehow. Now finally taken down. Slagga going to hook Mouse Cop, pulling coming out here as they try and disengage this fight. Rick Panther has the flank though. And an overstep here as shut down by Lucian. He gets a double kill now onto Piper is Isis, and Piper is Pudding. So a massive turn of events there. 4 news team assembled, getting a bit of gold back and picking up some kills. Now can they get this turret?
That all kind of started off the back of Juice Miyashin getting picked there, but they're sieging onto the mid lane turret now. Lunchbox just gonna have to give it up. A lot of that gold lead nullified, but not all of it. Really kind of just, they seem to forget, like they forgot that Juice Miyashin was dead, and then they were like, let's just go pressure a lane anyway. And then Maokai was like, well, I'll just trade top turret for my life. But then the rest of them were like, well, yeah, we can 3v5. Why not? And then it just didn't work for some reason. I don't know. But now that it's kind of reset, they still have quite the gold lead.
Yeah,
6,000.
I think a lot of that gold though is in standing turrets because it was a 9k gold differential not too long ago. And then they got some kills back, and then got some turrets. And I think the turrets are really what is bringing the gold lead, or the gold differential back down. Yeah, the kills help.
8 kills, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Piper's Pudding is still not even been shut down yet, since he's been streaking so hard.
No, he got shut down in the last fight, as he has one death.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Slagga, the one who has yet to be shut down at 5-0-5. Pike doing some work in the bottom. As we see the Pike in the mid lane here. Ron Gurgi is going to be pushing the side lane.
Are they planning on trading a tier 1 top lane for
the Nexus turret is what it looks like. We see a teleport coming in and TP down by Bad Instincts. Juice Miyashin goes in under the tower, and there is a pause at a very inopportune time. Evan is having issues. So Juice Miyashin dives in underneath the tower and then has technical issues.
Oh, now we're in PMA LCS.
Yeah, it would be PMA LCS without the technical issues. As
Pause.
Rip.
We're getting that Twitch chat.
Alright, so Violet is super quiet. This is game 1 or game 2. This is game number 1. We started about 20 minutes late, and then we've had some technical issues with audio. Apologies for that. I have been attempting to use a virtual mixer that has screwed up a lot of things that I've been trying to put back together. This game has been unpaused. And here we go. Nethergrass coming out, Nature's Grass coming out from Bad Instincts. Baxter walks around it into a 5-man team comp as TP now by Ron Burgundy. Is he going to get there in time? No, he just cancels it. Instead uses most of the TP. That was Stand United as they get the turret, but they die. Yeah, 4 people drop, and is Baron coming up? Baron is coming up right now. It's only Slagga alive for the lunchboxes of doom, so they may get the inhib turret, but lose the Baron. Is that worth?
Hard to say. Baron would enable NTA to potentially siege. This gold lead is more or less There's an Infernal Drake spawning right now that they can go pick up for free as well.
Sligo looks like he might be right coming over the wall. And this is the hook. So, him turret down, but Baron secured. That seems like a pretty fair trade. Again, more of that gold deficit. It's now dropped down to less than 3k gold deficit. It was at 9k about 5 minutes ago, so you got to be pretty pleased if your news team assembled. Lunchboxes are going to be taking this Infernal Drake, but there's only 3 of them here. It looks like Mouse Cop is going to find them, but he's going to Dragon's gone.
Maybe they can look for a fight while this dragon's still around.
Yeah, they have Ron Burgundy kind of wrapping around here. Stand United is back up, it looks like, as Bad Instinct's taking a lot of damage from these minions. 4 members mid lane. Alright, so it looks like the play for new team assembled is to 4-1. It looks like Juice Miashin is going to be the one testing Ron Burgundy in the side lane.
Yeah, he's got his TP up.
And gets him underneath the tower as Ron Burgundy takes a tower shot, but that just tickles. And there is a massive wave top.
Yeah, still having some difficulties making much happen with this Baron so far. Deciding to send Baxter up to that top lane.
Yeah, maybe trying to pull off the 1-3-1 here with the Baron
maybe
play.
It looks like they're just going to rotate everyone to those that cannon minion and that next wave coming up.
Well, no.
Nope, is Baxter just going to back off?
Yeah, Mouse Cop and friends are back in the mid lane. This is a pretty classic Gurg 7 ploy here to go 1-3-1. He did this a lot with Grabbing by Vatino and Boosted Gorilla Monkeys. As again, it looks like Baxter
rotating back to the mid.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I think I would have kept Baxter in top lane. He's not really doing a whole lot here.
Backing as well, heading top.
Oh, interesting. As we see the fight start here. Yeah, Slaga going after the team. They're not going to hook anybody, and instead that's ultimate burn.
And a flash burn. Bad Instincts flashing forward.
Yeah.
Didn't wind up getting anything there.
Alright, so this game seems like it might be stalling off into a bit of a stalemate here. Gotta think this favors this team assembles. They're gonna get the hook onto the Piper, the winner's bite there, I should say. And Mouse Cop picks himself up a kill in the mid lane, catching Piper on a back.
That's a really big pick while they have Baron up.
Yeah, they have Baron for another minute, I do believe. As in goes Bad Instincts onto Baxter. They're going to take the tower in the top lane, take the tower in the mid lane. The gold lead is now basically tied.
It's 22. Oh, bit of a fight.
Yeah, bit of a fight going on here. Winter's Storm coming out. Glacial Storm, I should say. Is that Glacial Storm? What is that called? Yeah, Glacial Storm. Yeah, so now the turrets are almost even here. With the difference being an inhib turret taken by Lunchboxes of Doom. Anyways.
It's been quite the game so far. It's only 24 minutes, and we went from Lunchbox having a 10,000 gold lead at a point to now the gold lead being basically even.
Yeah.
So, like, that happened so quickly.
Yeah.
That was like 7 minutes ago.
And it literally was off of the back of that inhib play, going for the inhib tower, 4 members dying, and then immediately giving over a Baron to News Team Assembled. So
and then I felt like a concession of picks that allowed NTA to get more value than concession. That's probably not the right word.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Either way, yeah, it's unfortunate for sure that they gave up a lot of picks, led a lot of objectives that honestly, they didn't need to give up with the kind of goldie that they have. And now they're sieging mid. We see Ron Burgundy back in the bottom lane for back.
Yeah, they're going after Baxter instead. It looks like they might have found him on the sideline. Stain United coming in. Juice Me Ashen has been blasted into a place I don't think he wants to be. Let's just go now on top of him. Going to take down the Xin Zhao. Slega has taken that kill as Hyper is dropped as well. I'm not really sure what happened there. Shen stepping forward into 3 members. Now 4 members going to taunt Juice Me Ashen. Going to get a Sonya's out here. Going to eventually pick up the kill for Ron Burgundy as, again, 2 members for 1. Trade favoring news team assembled.
Yeah, for sure. Ron Burgundy becoming quite the tanky boy at this point in the game. Definitely having some presence in that team.
Oh, Brick Jam, we're going to get flipped here by Slaga. This is a 4v2, or 3v2, I should say. And in goes Piper is Pudding. Piper is Pudding is actually formerly known as Yuri on the boy Elliot. And Piper is Pudding going to pick up the kill there. People need to stop changing names.
Things to think about. Flashing over the wall, maybe for value.
Yeah,
Potentially.
possibly.
Hard to say. Unfortunate that they went for such an aggressive invade. Like, they just got a nice pick. Right when Infernal was spawning, they could have went over, got themselves vision control, backed away, but instead they go a little deep. And now it's pretty likely that they're going to give up this Infernal Drake.
Yeah, it's going to have to take a hero play from Baxter as you see the dragon going down. Ron Burgundy in the top still kind of trying to push side lanes out. Does still have his teleport. And Stain United will come back up in about 20 seconds. But yeah, just a little bit of an overstep there by Brick Tamlin. Gets hooked by Slaga. And that's the end of his life, basically. He's just in a very bad situation.
Yeah, now double Infernal. Oh, Slaga kind of getting picked. Just going to walk away.
We have a massive fight breaking out here. Ron Burgundy taking a lot of damage. Mousecop off on the sideline, has Bad Instincts chasing after him. Baxter is now kind of broken up into a 2v2 and a 3v2 fight, but it looks like News Team Assembled is starting to win this. Bad Instincts, the only one left alive, along with Piper's Pudding, who was not there this whole time. Gonna blast cone out. Piper's Pudding, gonna get the end of the line going in. And in goes the collateral damage, but the shield from Gurg 7 is huge, and Piper's Pudding gets walled off by Brick Tamlin and is taken down here. And they're going to have all 5 members, so that was a 4 for none for News Team Assembled. They are now up in kills and up in gold.
Pretty crazy fight there. I really expected more success with the double Infernal. Gonna go back and rewatch some of that. Let's see.
Yeah, instant replays are currently still broken, so we're not using those at the moment. Still a very large wave in the bot lane pushing in, but it looks like Ron Burgundy is going to pick that one up. So again, no objectives really going over for either team, just getting a lot of kills in the jungle at the moment. Baron has respawned, but if your Lunchbox is a Doom, can you fight now?
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have won that last fight if they would have just, like, grouped. If they chose to take a fight where they were honestly not in a good position to fight because Graves had just backed. So, I mean, they were taking a 4v5 on purpose. With not, they didn't even have a gold lead. So, if they just group, double Infernal makes it, yeah, quite possible that this damage-based composition can win a team fight.
Yeah, it was a bit interesting because Mousecop kind of wrapped around up above the Baron, and 2 members went chasing after him, leaving the other 2 members to try and 3v2 at that point. So it was just a very splintered fight as we see the dance around Baron beginning here. Ron Burgundy going to take the tower in the bot lane. That's the tier 2. He can just keep pushing forward as he is stand united and no one contesting him at all. And in goes Baxter into the Baron pit to clear some vision.
Ron Burgundy quietly with a 100 CS lead over Bad Instincts in this game.
Ooh, getting flamed rising as we see the fight break out here in the mid lane. And Baxter going to pick up Piper Isis, who stepped a little too far forward. Is not a tanky boy, is 0-6 at the moment. We have the wet noodle fight in the bot lane right now. That is.
Shen will eventually prove to be not that wet of a noodle, but I mean, Bad Instincts just kind of.
Yeah, as we're going to see the stun land on Juice Miasha and gets wall off and stuck, and this is going to. Well, he uses the ultimate and he's going to try and flash in onto Mouse Cop, but does get killed as Piper is going in. Slaga picks up a kill onto Baxter, but Piper is taken down as well. So far this is a 3-for-1 and a couple turrets. It looks like as Ron Burgundy has another wave crashing into the tower, but instead they back because they have a wave in the top lane pushing and a wave in the mid lane pushing. So they did not get the Baron off of that 3-for-1.
Yeah, also they didn't have a jungler up. They weren't, super healthy. Deciding to play it safe. Right now, the 1-4 is really working for them, so that I don't feel like they don't feel like they have to rush it. They have a lot of time.
So play the long game, maybe.
Splitting the map is working really effectively right now for them. This Maokai is not getting anything done in the side lane. This bottom inhib turret's almost dead. And they're winning fights in the 4v4, so even without TPing or ulting in, can't complain that much, I suppose.
As they were unable to clear that ward there. Need to burn a pink ward by Piper Isis. And now we see the banner command coming in for Bad Instincts in the bot lane. Ron Burgundy not taking a whole lot of damage. Bad Instincts is, now he's going to heal it back up again, basically. Maokai versus Shen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most interesting thing on the map at the moment. We're not going to watch the Baron dance out because Director Camera wants us to watch a bannered minion and a Shen go at it with a Maokai. Who will win? Looks like nobody wins because, yeah. Can't wait for that item to get removed from the game. Box wins, they have one banner. We see a massive fight here breaking out here. In goes Mouse Cop. He has stepped forward too far, and this is a front line. Lucian has to flash over the wall as the rest of the team tries to disengage us. But Ron Burgundy comes in. Juice Miasha is going to get killed here any second now. Piper Isis finally takes down Mouse Cop, and Slaga is continuing this fight. Ron Burgundy is in the back of it though. 4v1ing basically here. 5v1ing now is Mouse Cop here, and the rest of the team is taking down Juice Miasha, the only one dying. 3 deaths for News Team Assembled. They're not gonna find Brick Tamlin. All you gotta do is face check that bush, but no, the Mouse Cop ghost is still around. They're not using it to take the dragon. And they are going to go for Baron? Are they? There's a large wave in the top lane.
Man, Ron Burgundy playing like a beast in that last fight was honestly just super in control.
Yeah, until it ended up being a 4v1, in which case he didn't have much of a choice. But the fight started well. Brick Tamlin getting a wall to trap Juice Miasha, but the fight just then turns when Mouse Cop dashes in over the wall and kind of front lines, to be honest.
Bit unfortunate for sure. Honestly, it's difficult for them not to do that though in some ways.
As we see, News Team Assembled is the one going to start the Baron. And here's a TP, and that is a double teleport. Lissandra and Maokai coming in. And Piper's going in over the wall. The Scuttle Crab finally taken down by somebody. I don't know who, because we haven't seen it pop up. It was Red Team. They're the ones that get it. Brick Tamlin, though, gets the kill on Juice Miashin as the Colin coming out. Ron Gurgany picking up a kill onto Slaga. Slaga has now 2 deaths, and Bad Instincts is trapped in 5 people. And back to the Baron we go.
Just melting people with that Colin. Juice Miashin's health bar just disappearing.
Yeah, Piper looks like he might think about it. Piper is Pudding can go over the wall if he wants to, and he gets the Baron! Piper is Pudding goes over the wall and steals the Baron. This might be delaying the inevitable, though, as he trades his life for it, and Piper is going to get killed here as well. So that's an ace, but no Baron for News Team assembled.
Piper is reminding us, he's like, hey guys, remember, I was the jungler that had the big lead earlier. You know, I was obtaining a huge gold lead. Smiting away that Baron, a huge deal.
You know, I don't think he even smited it. I think he autoed. Yeah.
Oh, a big fight coming in. Taunt coming in from Ron Gurgany. Looking for Slaga, not gonna find him, going deep under in the turrets, but
keep going after the turrets. Finally gonna
time to look at this top end here.
Yeah,
take it down.
Being the huge distraction there as we see a bannered minion. In goes Bad Instincts after Ron Gurgany. Ron Gurgany is going to get grafted up here, and he's just going to trade his life. Trying to get onto Juice Miashin. Going to get the taunt forward, not going to be in range. And finally, yeah, he's taken down somehow. Pike eventually gets the kill. That took all 5 members to kill Ron Gurgany, and the rest of his team got out with an inhib.
Yeah, he's got 9 kills, 310 CS at 36 minutes. Ron Gurgany he's popping off.
MVP for you at this point?
Oh, I feel like his Shinolds have been really nice too.
Yeah.
He's definitely been impactful.
But back to that Baron steal. Piper is Pudding autoed the Baron to get the kill, I do believe. His smite was not
clutch.
on cooldown when after he died, so I think he autoed it with an end of the line.
I like this play coming out from Lunchbox of grouping. I feel like they're likely to win fights in a lot of instances if they're fighting 5v5s. The Triple Infernal is just so strong.
Yeah, they're a little split up here at the moment in the jungle. There's a very large wave pushing bot, and you gotta expect
and top, yeah.
Yeah, somebody gonna TP to that wave or has to go deal with it. And now we see Pike backing here, so Lunchbox is doomed. Got to retreat to their side of the river. There's another wave pushing top lane that's got a super minion in it. So it looks like they're gonna have to go back and defend for a bit. They can't really push an advantage there, which is super unfortunate. They took that inhib turret so long ago, but we're never able to get to the inhib.
Picked out in the bottom lane.
Yeah, as Maokai is going to take down here. This is a 4v1, 4v2. Bad Instinct's going to get dropped. And Juice Miashin going to try and get out. He finally does, as they're going to walk this wave in. Gurk 7 does have a banner of command that he could use at this moment. They're going to get the turret and get the inhib, it looks like. And there's the banner minion. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ron Gurgany has taken another bannered minion into the tower. And they're going to get the last inhib turret and take the last inhib. Are they going to end here? Could this be the end of the game? Ron Gurgany going to get hooked underneath the tower by Slaga. He's going to try and dash in and taunt, but they're just going to target the turret. Instead, Juice Miashin going to have to use the Zanyas. Ron Gurgany is being such a distraction here, as the rest of his team is just cleaning up the objectives. Colin coming out from the mouse cop, and the turret drops finally. Both Nexus turrets down, super minions on the base. Piper is gonna go back in the fountain. Piper is gonna take it down. And game number 1 going over to News Team Assembled, who turned a 9k gold deficit into a 7k gold lead to win the game in 40 minutes.
What a game. Losing the game with triple and what a comeback from NTA. My mind is blown right now, honestly. I'm pretty amazed that they came back from a 10,000 gold, like a 10,000 deficit and triple infernal. Like, Goodness gracious.
Yeah, as we see some spam in the chat. Looks like 1 banner minion greater than 0 banner minions, and now they have 2 banner minions, so they win game. You know, honestly, can't really disagree with that. As we see, our MVP poll has been posted by PMA LCS. Get your votes in the chat for who is your MVP. As we're going to take a look at some stats here. We have... Alright. Damage to champions done. And leading the way for his team is Ron Burgundy with 33,000 damage to champions.
He was just smacking that Maokai all game, dude. Really teaching him a lesson.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly just CSing well, which, you know, good on him. Like, definitely had a clean game, is definitely going to be my vote for the MVP.
Yeah. We see the 30,000 damage to champions done by Brick Tamland. Mouse Cop has 27,000 over for the side of Lunchboxes at Doom. 20,000 for Maokai, 26 for Piper is Pudding, 19,000 for Juice Miosh, and 21,000 for Piper is and just a bunch of kill steals for Slaga. Anyways, looking at the vision score, we thought the bot lane for Lunchbox's Doom would put out a lot of wards, and they did with the Pike, but not so much with the Mordekaiser. Piper is only putting out 18 wards all game long. Are you a bit surprised by that?
I am, actually. He should have gotten Sidestone activation pretty early on in the game.
Yeah, it looks like he must have... No, he still has it. He still has the Targon's Brace. So maybe a missed opportunity there.
Yeah. I would expect there to be more value than 18 wards in that item, but...
Yeah, I mean,
I imagine he even plays some trinket wards, so... Yeah, that's definitely a surprisingly low number.
Yeah.
Also, just...
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I did not expect that. Looking over to some CS numbers, we see Ron Burgundy with the 337 Flame Horizon Bad Instincts in the top lane. 122 for Baxter, 278 for Brick Tamlin, 243 for Mouse Cop, and then 60 for Gerg 7. So looks like they had CS leads pretty much across the board, except for Piper is Pudding, who Flame Horizon Baxter back. So I guess that was good if your Lunchbox is a Doom. But Juice Mioshin was down almost 80 CS. And then Piper is down about 40 CS when we're all said and done. So look for them to change it around come game number 2. We're going to take a slight break as we get set up for the second game. So stick around, get your votes get your MVP votes out. Let us know who your MVP is, and then we're going to call that vote in just a little while after we get set for game 2. Anyways, yeah. What button do I press here? Nope. Is that the one? No, that's the button. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2. We have already started pick bans. Box, gonna ban away Sivir, Brand, and Morgana, and return the new team assembles ban Kaisa and Rakan. Taken away, Kaisa taken away at Piper's, and Rakan taken away as well. And here is that Lucian ban. Not gonna give Piper's is the chance to play Lucian. So no Kaisa, no Rakan, no Lucian, no Brand, no Morgana, and no Sivir. Anyways, my co-caster Violet Sosicat has gone to go fetch some water or something. I don't know. Anyways, game number 1 goes over to News Team Assembled, who clawed back quite the gold deficit, if you ask me. It was something like a 9k gold deficit about 17 minutes into the game. And they turned that into a 7k gold win when we're all said and done. So quite the game by News Team Assembled. We see the Alawi as the first pick. Oh my goodness, I don't know what you're doing over there, but it is loud. There's a cat.
There is a cat.
As Alawi, first pick by Lunchboxes of Doom. Are you surprised by that at all?
Absolutely not. I mean, honestly, it's kind of weird to first pick it. Ron Burgundy's never going to pick it, so I feel like you never need to pick it up very first pick, but still a strong pick for Sebastian in top lane. That instinct's one of his power picks.
Yeah. We'll be feeling a little bit down after he didn't get a kill in the last game. So I think he wants the Alawi to kill things now. Probably got bored playing Maokai as he usually does playing things. As we see the Maokai then is going to get picked by Ron Gurden. Just saying, alright, you going to play Alawi? I'll play Maokai. Alright, it seems like we've lost the co-caster and the cat again.
Yeah, he gets bored. He starts meowing until I let him inside the door. And then he's all cuddly once you let him inside. And then once you actually open the door, he's like, I'm bored now. The door's open.
Typical cat.
Oh yeah. Kitty cat things. Yeah, I really like the Maokai in the if they pick another aggressive jungler, Lulu coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Lulu for Gurg 7 in the bot lane. And those shitty supports that I think got nerfed. They changed the duration of Lulu's shield in the last game. Or what did it kill? I'm not sure which it was. One of the two. Or both. That would have been hilarious.
I think the duration of Lulu's shield is shortened.
So you gotta be a little bit more careful with when you shield people as Lulu. So that can be pretty big. Mousecop, though, played a pretty strong Lucian, but Lucian has been taken away. So do you think he goes another conventional 80 carry or not?
I'm not sure. One thing we do know is Twain coming out for Lunchbox.
It looks like Juice Miashin in the mid lane.
Yeah, pretty certain, considering the Alawi is already picked for Sebastian, Bad Instincts rather than top lane.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about the Swain. I mean, it is very strong, but I haven't really seen Juice Miashin play it a whole lot. We're going to see the Tarek picked up here for Slaga in the bot lane. A little bit more different than that Pike he played last game, but Tarek is a very strong support right now in my opinion. Has a little bit of healing.
Team fight's looking really good right now for them. Swain, Alawi, Tarek, super high damage and utility in the late game.
Yeah, and the Cosmic Radiance could really swing a fight with the Tarek. You put it on the Swain, let the Swain flash in while you're Cosmic Radiancing him, or the Alawi flashing in and doing Test of Fate. Either or, like, it's a really good engage. Yeah.
Baxter this game.
That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen Baxter play Kane. He does play a lot of utility-ish type junglers, so maybe he's been working on it on a Smurf or something, but I honestly don't know if I've ever seen him play that. As we see Graves banned away and Anivia taken away from Brick Tamland. That Graves did a lot of early work in the game for the player formerly known as Urion. And
Piper's pudding. Yeah.
we're gonna ignore that name now. The Anivia taken away from Brick Tamland was able to stall out games really well with the Anivia. Ezreal banned away here, so none of that for Piper is.
And 380 carry bands coming out.
Yeah, really putting a lot of priority at banning away Piper's champions. As we might see yet another ban thrown at Brick Tamland. I'm guessing. No, it's a Lux. So Lux taken away from Brick Tamland. So yeah.
Dude, quite a lot of bands. I guess are double bands, Morgana and Brand, but four shots of Brick Tamland's champion pool here.
Yeah, already banned away the Brand. Never mind. Brand, Morgana, and Nivea Lux. Yeah, a lot of control mages is what he really favors. Be interesting to see what he chooses this time. Vigar's still very much on the board. Vel'Koz and Xerath, I would be the ones I'm expecting. You can also pull out a Malzahar. I'm not really sure what you would favor, though, into a Swain.
Gonna go with the Orianna.
Orianna. Next.
Yeah, the double shields. This is really interesting. So they've set themselves up with a really nice tank, double shields. Looks like they might go for it. Oh, the pick's just really flying out here.
Yeah.
Misfortune and Mumu coming out.
The immediate lock-in with the Misfortune of Mumu. Going for the Wombo combo is what it looks like here. Mumu diving in, gonna get the with his bandage toss, and then he has the, I don't remember, I think it's the Curse of the Sad Mummy. And then hit bullet time for Misfortune to do the damage, along with Alawi diving in and Swain. So they got a lot of AoE damage for Lunchboxes of Doom. As we await the final pick for News Team Assembled, this will be Mouse Cop, I do believe, picking here.
Yeah, I'm expecting Hyper Carry with the double shields.
Twitch, Jinx, maybe?
I don't know. The current meta is kind of different. With 80 carries. I'm not super familiar with the
Kog'Maw?
current 80 carry meta.
I think a Kog'Maw actually would be really good here, now that I think about it. I just don't know if Mouse Cop plays it. We're going to see Varus is the pick.
Very certainly quite strong.
Interesting choice. Alright, so anyways, there you have it. Our two teams, Lunchboxes of Doom playing Alawi, Swain, Tarek, Misfortune, and Amumu for the News Team Assembled, going Maokai, Lulu, Kane, Orianna, and Varus. Alright. We are hopefully going to move on to the regular game. What's Twitch's delay? Like at least 2-3 minutes? No, it's more like 20 seconds. Alright. Somebody start the game. I want to get this on the way.
Oh, and also forgot to mention Ron Burgundy winning the MVP. Congratulations to him.
Hey.
Yeah, playing a really, really strong game on that Shin last game.
Taking this.
I mean, the huge CS lead to start with, making him basically unkillable at the very beginning of the game. what looks like a really rough game potentially for them, I felt like they were capable of bringing back by splitting up Lunchbox, which Ron Burgundy really effectively did in that side lane.
All right, we are into our pick ban in the client here. Hopefully y'all can hear things now. Having audio issues all day long. Anyways, Lunchboxes of Doom, they got an Alawi, a Swain, a Tarek, Misfortune, and a Mumu. What do you feel about that team comp?
AoE team fight. That's what it's all about. Get in there, lock them down, make it to where we can't take damage, and kill them. Pretty straightforward. Press R together.
You too will be
Yep.
judged.
All right. And then
It's
over.
pretty strong.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong for sure.
Who got Game 1 MVP? Ron Burgundy. Game 1 MVP. Of a very strong Shen performance where he Flame Horizoned Bad Instincts. Of course, only to
Doing
watch.
work in that side lane.
Yeah. And then, yep. All right, so moving over for News Team Assembled. They have a Maokai, a Lulu, a Kayn, an Orianna, and a Varus. I think the Kayn's a bit out of place in this team comp. I don't know. What do you think?
I have mixed feelings. It definitely should be able to duel the Amumu in the early game. And if Red King gets ahead, anything is possible. Like, he could run over this game. I'm not a big fan of the Kayn in general, though. It's a pretty aggressive pick, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But they needed more damage to come out. Pretty defensive picks in the Orianna and Lulu in the early. So I feel like Kayn helps their mid-game. It gives them a mid-game power spike if the Kayn is doing well. Early mid-game power spike, rather.
Yeah, I just don't know if you will, though. I mean, we kind of saw in the last game, Baxter struggled early versus the player formerly known as Urion. Ended up getting Flame Horizoned at the end of the game on his Jinzhao, which shouldn't really struggle too much clearing in the early game, but for whatever reason, he fell very far behind the Graves. And I thought that was a little bit of why News Team Assembled found themselves in such a huge deficit early. So with a Kayn, another player that needs to get ahead early, I just don't know if I see it happening for Baxter in this matchup. I might have gone something a little bit safer. Maybe a tank, build more of a front line for the Varus. Yeah, I just don't know. And yes, General Dill, this is game number 2. Game 1 went over to News Team Assembled in 40 minutes with a massive comeback, I must say.
Yeah, it was a pretty sick game. Pretty sick game.
Yeah. Saw Lunchboxes of Doom throw away a 9k gold lead.
Yeah, and lose team fights late game with Triple Infernal
Yes.
to NTA, playing a nice game in that mid to late.
And you will be proud of Ron Burgundy, General Dill, in that he played a very beastly Shen.
Yeah, got that MVP on the Shin.
Yes.
The
So,
General Dill.
that you will never get to play. Who won game? Literally, are you just trolling me right now? Such a troll. Anyways. We are loading in for game number 2. All right, so what are your initial thoughts on this game here? I think this one's going to be won in the jungle.
Yeah, that's pretty likely. I don't think we'll see too much aggression in the mid lane on its own or in the bot lane. It we're pretty likely to see a lot of attention from both junglers, because the Alawi Maokai matchup is very volatile. That's for sure.
I was just informed by Twitch chat that if NTA wins, they will be tied with Power Bottom Boys for second place. So a lot on the line here for News Team Assembled. Trying to make that mid-season comeback and climb the to the top of the list.
Yeah, Lunchbox really needs to start picking up some wins if they want to be a contender for the playoffs. Still ahead of Sin Nude, so I don't think they're out of it by any means at this point.
No.
They just need to start picking up some wins. And now's the time. They've got a nice area of effect, team fight-oriented composition, so it's maybe this is the game. I also feel like Piper's Pudding plays a really mean Amumu. And Piper is
playing a misfortune.
He's a misfortune main. Alawi's on, one of Bad Instinct's comfort champions. Like, this is definitely a composition they could win with.
Yeah.
And if they just play a cleaner mid game, I feel like they're much more likely to win this game than last game. They're winning by 9,000 gold. Like, if they just would have grouped, I felt like they should have won that game.
I feel like the real turning point in that previous game, though, is they went and tried to take an inhibitor with a 4-man dive. Did get the inhibitor tower, but the 4 men died, and they proceeded to lose a Baron. And that was, I feel like, the beginning of the slippery slope. Where they
were still up like 7,000 gold at that point. Like, it was like, it's fine. Just group is 5 over this next objective. And then they fought as 4 without Graves.
Yeah.
So lost the team fight.
I mean, it was just,
and then it just kept going and going.
It was just a series.
That's the way it goes.
Of very unfortunate events.
Yeah.
And they have the potential to do that again in this game, or they have the there's lots of ways this one could flip around. I do think that they're on a lot more comfortable champions than they were last time. Although Slaga did show a lot of proficiency on Pyke. Juice Miosh, and I kind of wonder about this Swain pick in the mid lane, and I think that's going to be pretty big for their team. How well does the Swain do into an Orianna? And if he's able to get those grabs onto the Orianna and pull her closer. Something that we will need to watch out in team fights, though, for is the Maokai being the ball delivery system for the Orianna and the shockwaves. So that could really turn team fights around. Anyways, chat, let us know who you think is going to win this game as we are loading in here. Again, game number 1 went over to News Team Assembled. So, and if they win this game, they will go on to be the second place team in the PMA LCS. Anyways, game 2. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to News Team Assemble. I think they're going to play cleaner early game this time around. But we shall see. There's a lot of team fighting potential out of Lunchbox.
Alrighty, we are loaded in, and we are waiting for this game to get underway. I gotta think though, Piper is and Slaga with the skin coordination in that bot lane, or they I might give it to them.
Synergy.
Yeah, that synergy right there is pretty strong, I must say.
Oh yeah, this game is pay to win.
Definitely pay to win. Hashtag box win. The Power Bottom Boys are rooting for you. There you go, chat. Power Bottom Boys want the lunchboxes to win. Alright, looks like we might see an invade on the top side. A 3-man invade, mind you. Baxter, Ron Burgundy, and Brick Tamlin kind of walking in. They might think about stealing this blue buff.
This is an odd invade.
Or are they just going to walk out after they drop a ward? That's unfortunate, as Piper is
Getting a
spamming his
bit of
best.
scouting, I guess. The deep ward is nice. We'll be quite certain in the fact that Amumu's starting red buff, but they probably already knew that.
Spawned.
I
Yeah,
was expecting them to go deeper into that jungle, considering they saw, you know, multiple members of Lunchbox on bottom side jungle.
yeah, and I think they could have gotten away with a clean steal right there.
Or at least, like, maybe forced a flash out of Bad Instincts, or
Yeah, I don't think
something like that.
I don't think they would. Bad Instincts would have spotted them if they had walked into that bush, because the bush I think was just outside of vision range. Varus, Lulu going late to the lane, trying to make it seem like Kane is taking the blue buff instead of his Raptors, as he goes Raptors first, and now walking in he might be doing the invade. I don't know about this. I think he needed to start there, as we're gonna actually see him find a Mumu, and they're gonna get blast coned over into the blue buff, and he's just gonna phase through the wall out. So yeah, I think if Baxter wants to pull off that invade, he needs to go straight to that blue buff instead of starting at his Raptors.
I think overall it's gonna be okay for him. Like, he still gets the scuttle here.
Does he?
Well, maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
he gets it. But he can still just walk back and do his red, and then path down, go do his wolves, go do his blue. He's fine. It was definitely an aggressive move, but the fact that he could go over the wall made it to where it was pretty safe, so I liked the lore.
As we see Ron Gergen get turned into a vessel in the top lane. Tentacles are now popping out everywhere. And if I'm Piper is Pudding, I think I'm walking over and stealing Baxter's blue buff, as he should have seen that Baxter did not have his blue buff at the time. And you could really set him behind by taking away that buff.
The only issue with that being that he doesn't have pressure in the mid lane, he doesn't have pressure in the bottom lane. Both those lanes are pushing in right now. So to invade into enemy blue is somewhat risky if you know, he doesn't know that Baxter is low under Krugs right now. For all he knows, Baxter went and did Gromp and then straight to blue. Like, it's pretty likely that Baxter went to red, but he's making a safe play by just taking the scuttle.
Yep. You see Ron Gergany taking a bit of damage, does eventually get turned into a vessel here, as Piper is Pudding shows his face bot lane.
Yeah, doesn't know he's on a ward.
Oh, double stun coming out here. The dazzle misses from Tarek Misfortune, as we just see some trading kind of all over the place. Double up lands on Mouse Cop as Slago walking forward, and Piper is Pudding is still bot side,
Yeah,
wasting a
just
lot of
really
time.
getting wrecked by that Tribush ward. Already seeing quite a bit of a CS lead in the top lane though for Bad Instincts. 12 CS. This is why people don't give him Malawi.
Yeah, showing a lot of proficiency on it. As we see Juice Mioshin is taking really low. Brick Tamlin, though, is out of mana. And both sides might want to think about backing here. As Ron Gergandy again turned into a vessel. Keeps getting smacked by these tentacles.
Baxter looking top right now.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah.
come over this wall.
Over the wall as Ron Gergandy dashes in. They have knocked Bad Instincts close to tower, but he does not get taken down. And Ron Gergandy now again has the spirit pulled out of him, not turned in. Well, he is turned into a vessel. He's so low, he's gonna have to flash away. And again, another tentacle popping out of the ground here. As Ron Gergandy trying to show off some fancy feet, as we see Piper is gonna land the make it rain on not Ron Gergandy, Gerg 7. Why does everybody have to put Gerg in their name?
Yeah, Bad Instincts playing that pretty well, I felt like. Just trading flashes. And overall, still showing about a 15 CS lead, probably after Ron Gergany picks up the rest of this wave. So he's gonna back and feel pretty good have a nice item advantage in the beginning of this laning phase.
Yeah. Both teleports have been burned here by the news team assembled as, again, King goes for that Scuttle Crab. They know that Amumu is around. Amumu going to go in. He takes the Scuttle Crab, actually, though, away from Baxter. Piper is showing off that he is the better jungle at the moment. Anyways, Ron Gurgity.
He's a bandit, dude.
Yeah, bandit. All right, weave. Elliot. A little bit of all chat there. League of Banner of Command, lol.
Let's note something, people. There's already 2 pink wards on the map for NTA. I love it. Yeah, already getting that river vision control, trying to really be able to nullify the effectiveness of Piper's pudding in this early game.
Bad Instincts pulls the spirit again out of Ron Gurgundy. Gonna use the Tentacle Smash and turn him back into a vessel yet again. Another Tentacle Smash. And another tentacle misses. There's a lot of tentacles coming out of the ground right now. Gotta wonder if Ron Gurgundy thinks he's into some kind of weird anime or not. Anyways. 20 CS up now by Bad Instincts in this top lane. I think this is where most of the action is. We see the Shockwave go down in the mid lane onto Juice Me Ashen. Brick Tamlin, though, is out of mana and can't really engage any further.
Yeah, Brick Tamlin kind of going man mode on this lane over. Also carving himself out about a 10 CS lead here.
Yeah, a little bit interesting that Juice Me Ashen opted not to use the ultimate there. For Demonic Ascension. So would have been able to heal up a lot of that health as we're going to see him just TP back to his tower. Baxter clearing some wards here is going to get spotted out by the lunchboxes as Piper is going to clear some wards. And then aggro the dragon as Baxter is sitting in the pit. Alright. Do we see an early fight for the dragon? No. But Juice Me Ashen has roamed all the way down. Giving up a little bit of CS in that mid lane.
He had pushed in a little bit. Yeah, just gonna head back mid. It's almost like Lunchbox heard me, and they all, like 3 of their members bought pink wards. It makes me happy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
3 pink wards on the map, couple in the inventory.
Piper's looking for a sneaky lane gank here. Baxter on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like Baxter's
looking
gonna
for Bad Instincts.
Going after Bad Instincts, getting phase through the wall as we're not sure which way we're gonna go first. We're actually gonna look top lane. Baxter gonna get turned into a vessel here by Bad Instincts, who just says hello. And there goes the Dazzle in onto Gurk 7, flash forward by Slaga, and the rest of that fight has been disengaged as Piper is pudding. Was unable to get in to the action.
Yeah, a good flash from Gurg, just nice and preemptive.
Oh, but he sticks around. There is a ward in that second bush, so he can't walk any further forward. And now just opts to walk out. Alright, so 2 ganks. Nothing going on as Ron Gurgundy's going to take a tentacle to the face. He is got Bad Instincts all over him. Bad Instincts is going to tentacle smash him, and Ron Gurgundy just retreats back to his tower.
Yeah, this matchup isn't going to get any better anytime soon, that's for sure. The Phage into cloth armor feels so bad. He's finally getting it back, but he doesn't have TP here. So Sebastian's going to be able to push in. At least he gets himself a Bramble Vest there, try to negate and reflect rather some of this damage.
Yeah, and the Grievous Wounds will help a lot when the Test of Fate comes out, or Leap of Faith. Blah, 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 blah. Words are hard. When Leap of Faith comes out and when the Alawi gets to heal back some of the damage. So the Grievous Wounds there will help. And then why did Maokai start Ring? I don't know. caller an analyst. Why did the Maokai start with a ring?
Doran's ring?
Yeah.
Presumably for mana regen, a bit of AP for early trading. I agree, it's kind of odd. Feels like Doran Shield would probably get more value in the matchup, but yeah, the mana regen would be the main reason. In the early AP, Kane looking bottom.
Oh, here comes Baxter. Baxter coming in through the wall. The Chain of Corruption is going to miss as Piper flashes away. Is inside of Piper and now just backs away. As Gurk's having a step maybe a little too close. And they're going to take a couple autos here. Shield coming out from the help picks as Ron Burgundy again tries to clear a ward. And is just going to get smacked by some tentacles as it looks like Leap of Faith was used right there. Ron Burgundy flashing away, going to have to turn back, going to get a little bit of health, but Bad Instinct's going to tentacle smash Ron Burgundy for first blood.
Bad Instincts is about to go off this game. Someone needs to stop this man before he runs over this Maokai more than he already has.
Yeah, has 100.
He really wanted some revenge after Ron Burgundy got the MVP last game.
Yeah, as we see him already have a completed Black Cleaver here in the top lane. This is the first person to complete an item in the game. Could really push his advantage in this top lane as we see Ron Burgundy TP back to lane to save his tower. Meanwhile, Piper is still sitting in a bush bot lane as Brick Tamlin is going to get pulled back into Juice Miashin, who uses the ultimate Demonic Ascension coming out here. Brick Tamlin trying to get away. And Juice Miashin is so low. He's not healing back any of his health. And Brick Tamlin is so low. But all said and done, no kills there as the Shockwave disengaged that. I think enough for Brick Tamlin to live. As Baxter is again topside taking a Scuttle Crab. No dragons so far, and we're 12 minutes in.
Yeah, the game definitely hasn't broken open yet. I feel like once first turret happens, which looks like it'll be broken top lane for Lunchbox at some point here soon. Although Baxter looking top, trying to prevent that maybe.
Yeah, we're going to get some pings on him. See him coming out of the wall. Does get a slow onto Bad Instincts, but I don't think Bad Instincts cares. He's going to grab the spirit out of Baxter and turn him into a vessel. And he's just going to try and 2v1 this now. Going to pull the spirit out of Ron Burgundy and smack that a few times with tentacles as now the rest of his team are onto this dragon and the Ocean Drake going over to Lunchboxes of Doom. And Bad Instincts now has the mana regen he needs to just continue to pressure in the top lane.
Yeah, Bad Instincts. Who can stop this guy? Already a 45 CS lead. Baxter's just a squishy Kane right now.
Yeah, now has to play the fancy feet, dodging tentacles left and right. Clears a tentacle, another one spawns. And again, Bad Instincts able to just pressure into this tower. Does also have a Klepto. I just noticed that, so he's going to get extra gold, and he should be able to take this first tower pretty easily. Ron Burgundy not going to be able to TP in.
This is going to really extend the gold lead for Sebastian. Right now, Ron Burgundy still hasn't even completed an item. And Sebastian's about to back with another like 40 CS and solo turret gold.
Yeah, 2.5k gold. That's most of another item you'd gotta expect. And he goes immediately into a Spectre's Cowl with a Ruby Crystal as we see a little bit of trading in this bot lane. Mousecop takes a double up to the face.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah, that takes about a quarter of his health bar. As we see maybe a potential roam here by Brick Tamlin. Oh, no, never mind. Turns back and walks to the mid lane. No, just gonna put the ball onto Juice Miashin and say, how do you like my balls? And not a whole lot of anything else as Slaga looks like he was stepping forward, thinking about taking on Mousecop. Turns out to just be a little bit of a bait. As Piper is catches Baxter through the wall with the bandage toss, going out with the ultimate, and In goes Baxter into Piper's Pudding, and they're just all going to group up here. Should get the kill. No, but the ultimate coming out from Gurk7 going to save Baxter's life as Juice Mioshin goes forward with Cosmic Radiance. Bullet time coming out, but that's not hitting anybody. And no kill there onto Baxter when they had him dead to rights. As now we see both top laners have TP'd in. Or at least Bad Instincts is TP'd in. Ron Gurgundy just walked down.
Yeah, Piper is putting with a really good look on the Baxter, but the bottom lane from NTA there to respond. But a bit of a fight over this blue buff.
Yeah, Bad Instincts going in is pretty beefy. Does have that completed item. And I think he's trying to bait them into a leap of faith. But instead, the team backs off as Piper has pushed the bot wave into the tower. Bad Instincts now here to help. Bad Instincts to smash with tentacles and take some CS away. And Piper is going to walk right into Ron Gurgundy. This is a 3v1 to start. Slago walking forward, going to get the Dazzle out, but Dazzle doesn't hit anybody. Leap of Faith coming in, and Bad Instincts is going off, going to turn Ron Gurgundy into a vessel. Ron Gurgundy taken down here. Piper is also dropped. So 1-for-1 so far. Baxter kind of caught underneath the tower. Going to get dropped there by Piper is. And Bad Instincts now smacking that tower. As Mouse Cop had to run away. Almost died there. Had to flash.
Yeah, that fight looked bad for them because you're like, wait, you guys just used Amumu, Misfortune, and Taracle. Why are you fighting right now? Oh, because the Bad Instincts presses R and everyone is dying instantly. Like,
yeah,
this guy's on an item and a half, he's level 12, Gurg7 is level 8 right now.
Yeah.
He's popping off, like, a 16 CS lead.
Yeah, as we see, he is up about 3,000 gold over Ron Gurgundy at the moment. Not a good feeling if you are Ron Gurgundy. 60 CS differential at the moment, doesn't have the pressure he had in the last game on the Shen. Shen actually might have been a better pickup into the Alawi than this Maokai, who just seems to be taking a lot of free damage from Alawi.
Yeah, the idea, I guess, is to gank the Alawi early game and use the Maokai to, shut that down, but really didn't come into fruition.
Yeah, again, I have to go back to this Kane pick by Baxter. He tried to gank a couple times and ended up just getting smacked in the face a couple times by Bad Instincts and losing basically his whole health bar, and then just had to run away. So the idea was there. It's just I don't think Kane was the right jungler in this instance. He is more of an assassin early, and because of that, he takes a lot of early damage if he doesn't have a tank taking it instead for him. As ball attack command going in onto Slaga. Takes a little bit of damage, but just heals it all up. And Bad Instincts and Piper is putting onto the Rift Herald. As a dragon is going to spawn in about 30 seconds. Juice Me Ashen has been found by 4 members. He should be taken down here as Gurk7 is ultimately the one who takes the kill.
They're picking up the Rift Herald on the top side of the map, though.
Yeah, Brick Tamlin pushed the wave into the mid lane, throws out the ball, and then runs to hit the safety of his team as Piper clears the wave. And who took the Rift Herald? Bad Instincts took the Rift Herald. That's going to drop top here pretty soon, I feel like. Force Ron Gurgundy out of the lane, drop the Rift Herald, take tower, rinse, repeat. And another Ocean
Rift
Drake.
Rift Herald applies its damage like to the maximum extent regardless of what its health is on this current patch. So it's really, really strong.
Yeah.
But a bit of a fight maybe over this dragon, a lot of posturing.
Yeah, Juice Me Ashen still mid lane. It might get caught on the rotation. 4 members are in the pit for the team as we're actually just looking top lane right now. Bad Instincts and Ron Gurgundy just kind of slapping each other a little bit. Well, Bad Instincts slapping Ron Gurgundy with his tentacles. And Ron Gurgundy taking a lot of damage there. Now the rest of his...
heading back onto this dragon.
Yeah, Lunchbox...
Are they just going to concede it?
It looks like they are going to just News Team Assemble is just going to concede the dragon over as Bad Instincts now spawns the Rift Herald in the top lane. Force Ron Gurgundy out of lane, take tower.
Well, they knew that Ron Gurgundy did not have teleport there, and then it was pretty likely that Bad Instincts teleport was almost up again. And Ron Gurgundy just got chunked out, so he couldn't stop a teleport from. And look at that. Even though the Rift Herald is already super chunked out, it gets over 2/3 of that tower. A pit coming down in mid lane.
Yeah, Brick Tamlin trying to 4v1, and they say, all right, we will just kill you as Piper is putting tanks to tower.
Oh, but Chain of Corruption from Mousecap onto Bad Instincts. Not much to come of it as Bad
Yeah.
Instincts is like, do you want to fight or something?
That
Like,
tickles. As Ron Gurgundy going after Piper is putting dashes in, uses the Nature's Grasp, gonna grab Juice Meoshin and Slaga. Slaga gonna get the Dazzle stun onto Ron Gurgundy as bullet time comes out, misses a little bit as most of those waves went not where he wanted. And Bad Instinct still kind of chilling in this top lane, saying, all right, we'll kind of just run around as Ron Gurgundy gets hit by the bandage toss. Juice Meoshin picks up a kill there, and looks like with that kill, they're going to rotate to Bad Instincts and take down this turret that's already so low, and that's another early inhib turret. Maybe they get the inhibitor this time. Grab in by Brick Tamlin. And Curse of the Sad Mummy coming forward. That got nobody, and now they have to leave it.
they honestly can probably still fight. Like, I don't know why they're leaving. It's a 5v4. Bad Instincts is huge. They have 8,000 gold. They could have just taken that inhib.
Yeah,
I have no idea why they backed there. They
Baron.
have bottom pressure.
Baron.
I guess they, yeah.
Well,
they
never
just-
mind. They
no?
just said no to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could have taken inhib there, but regardless, still a nice set of plays. Ron Gurgundy thinking he's found a pick, but forgetting that he's picking a tank and that he's 7,000 gold behind or so. And a big time turnaround from Lunchbox in that fight. Looked like it started off bad. Now I feel like it's pretty easy for them to close it out. Just group is 5 and they have, or 1-4 is just as good.
Yeah, I want to draw your attention to this one little stat right here. Currently in gold, Ron Gurgundy is 4k gold behind Bad Instincts.
I mean, he's almost 100 CS down.
And it looks like Bad Instincts is going straight into a Syrinx gauge, as Ron Gurgundy has still yet to complete an item. As he has a Bramble Vest, a Bomby Cinder, and a Chainmail? Cannoli. I guess I must be cutting in and out. If I'm cutting in and out, somebody let me know.
They're not cutting in there at all.
Alright, well. Got some weird spam in the chat, fill in the blanks. As it looks like somebody built a banner of command, that would be Slaga in the bot lane. And now there's a banner minion to contest with as well, with Bad Instincts just continually smacking Ron Gurgundy in the top. I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but it's what's been happening as Brick Tamlin rotates over. Baxter gonna, through the wall, get a knockup. And the
I don't think they win this.
a leap of faith coming out as Ron Gurgundy trying to get away. Takes more damage, is turned into a vessel. Has to get the defense shield from, or command defense from Brick Tamlin. As Ron Gurgundy is so low. And they lose the tower in the bot lane as it is now just a 4-1 play here for the Lunchboxes of Doom. As now Brick Tamlin tries to hold off Bad Instincts in the top lane. In goes this Curse of the Sad Mummy. 3-man Curse of the Sad Mummy as Mousecop is taken down by Piper is putting Girk 7 drop here by Juice Me Ashen, and they are just going ham onto the backline. Baxter is underneath this tower, using it to try and stay away. Gonna go into Piper's Pudding, gets the heal from Piper is gets a lot of health back, does take down Piper's Pudding, he's gonna trade his life back, and now the inhib turret has also fallen, and Lunchboxes of Doom might be able to end.
Maybe. That, you know, they have a big wave right there.
It's a pretty sizable wave.
Tarkov is still up.
Oh, two-man shockwave in on to Slaga, and Juice Miyashin's going to use the
Their turn is slow one.
uses Ron Burgundy, taking a lot of damage. Juice Miyashin taken down by Brick Tamlin on the attack command, and Slaga and Piper is look like they're going to try and run away. They will be able to get out, but they did take both inhibs. And how much damage was done? About an eighth of a health bar on a Nexus turret by Bad Instincts, who was pretty much left to do what he wanted.
Yeah, with double inhib now, the path is pretty clear. I feel like Baron's soon to fall.
Because Baxter is going to chase after Bad Instincts and Leap of Faith coming out, and he's going to get smacked by a couple tentacles. Does keep his spirit as Bad Instincts. It's kind of just frontlining and doing whatever he wants here. Ron Burgundy going in. Gets trapped in a 3v1 without any help. The rest of his team was a little bit further behind.
Not sure why he wanted to keep fighting Bad Instincts when he saw the Tark showing up.
And a third Ocean Drake has spawned.
Yeah, they just go straight to Baron, though. They don't care about that Drake.
Yeah,
They have full vision control. It's time.
Yeah, as we saw last game, Bad Instincts got Flame Horizon by Ron Burgundy, and this game has returned the favor. That was a sick Amumu ult. Yep, gotta agree with you there. Caught 3 members and then turned that into 3 kills. All right. Well,
now it's time for Baron.
sometime for Baron, and hopefully it is. Juice Miyashin was chilling in a bush this whole time.
Here's the real test. Will they hit the wards? No, they're not. All right.
It's like they're not hitting the wards, although I might hit that one that's right next to it. You might be able to see like a little bit of that from the camera. Nope, guess not.
You can see anything at all.
You can't see anything at all. Is Baron going over?
Double inhibs too much, not even going to be able to contest. Vision control is too nice. This is a clean game from NTA, so I mean not from Lunchbox so far.
Lunchbox, yeah.
Just group is 5 and send it down mid.
Again, another massive gold lead for Lunchboxes of Doom early, and they are turning that into the game this time instead of seeing that gold lead go back over to NTA as the turret gets taken down here. Ron Burgundy going in with the ball delivery system. 4-man shockwave here as we see the Cosmic Radiance coming out a little late there. Piper is going in on Brick Tamlin as Juice Miyashin is chasing somebody. I think that is Mouse Cop. Does get a kill onto Brick Tamlin as we see more fighting going on here. Slaga has taken down Baxter. Ron Burgundy is still alive, but not anymore as Juice Miyashin going to get the kill there. And this looks like it is going to be game number 2 going over to the Lunchboxes of Doom. 1 Nexus turret down, second Nexus turret down. Mouse Cop gets pulled out of the fountain. Going to get hit by the Dazzle Stun. Going to keep getting smacked, and Juice Miyashin is going to take the kill on Mouse Cop. That is the game.
A nice game coming out from Lunchbox. Both early games really clean from them, honestly. Like,
yeah, I think they did a lot better job this game transitioning into the mid game, which really helped them.
Well, Sebastian was just wrecking in that side lane. Like, there was no living in the side lane where no one could, not even 2 people could answer. And that was only after like 15 minutes into the game, and Kane is walking up there and just getting chunked out and walking away.
Yeah. All right. Well, looking at some numbers here for you. Ron Burgundy ended the game with 8k gold, which is 6k down from Bad Instincts. A lot of that, I think, was objectives and a few solo kills as well. Looking over at the damage to champions done, no surprise, Alawi leading the way with 25,000 damage done to champions. Swain next for the team at 14,000. Piper is doing 10,000. Over for the side of News Team Assembled, Brick Tamland leading with 17,000 damage to champions, and then the Maokai Ron Burgundy going 12,000 damage to champions. Done there, as we see. By the way, who got game 2 MVP for Elia? Oh, we don't even know that. Anyways, some other stats for you. Because we're both support people, we like vision scores. We see not very high vision scores because of how short of a game that was. Max vision score, I think, is 38, with 7 control wards deployed by Slaga. Not the most in the game, though, as Ron Burgundy bought 8 control wards. And then Brick Tamlin brought 9 control wards. What are your thoughts on that?
I felt like both teams were doing their best to get vision control. NTA obviously slipping. It's difficult to keep vision control once you're in a game that you're losing pretty significantly. But in the early game, definitely both teams were doing their best to keep some vision around River.
Okay, so I gotta ask, with the 8 control wards bought by Ron Burgundy, and him being so far behind in gold, is it such a good idea to invest that much gold into control wards when you really need to be finishing items?
It basically is. I mean, control wards, at the end of the day, they're a huge aspect of this game. The ability to actually potentially catch out Sebastian, or be able to rotate safely across the map is hugely impactful. And I guess from the mindset he was in is that he was just so behind. It was better to try to help the team and secure vision for the team than to, what is 8 control wards that equates to like a ruby crystal and a half. I mean, it's hard to put a price on vision.
Yeah, I'm just asking as like a viewer, like if I'm watching the game and I see Ron Burgundy that far behind, should he be prioritizing his resources elsewhere? Anyways, game 2 going over for Lunchboxes of Doom. We're gonna try and get an MVP poll up here in the chat. Give us a hot second. As we were not ready for that game to end so soon. Let's see here. Bad X Instinct. Bad Instincts. Piper is putting. I hate that name. Is Slaga. Alright, there we go. MVP poll in the chat. Let us know who your game 2 MVP is.
I gotta give it to my boy Sebastian. Bad Instincts. Playing his champion, the Alawi, and just wrecking Ron Burgundy. Really, I love how dynamic the top lane wound up being in this series. The first game, Ron Burgundy bringing it back for his team, securing that MVP for himself. This game, Bad Instincts on his main champion, clapping back. Over 100 CS lead, 6,000 gold lead, just smashing.
Yeah, I think I made a comment to you before the game started and our audio was all screwed up that I felt like the match to watch or the lane to watch was this top lane with Bad Instincts and Ron Burgundy, and I don't think we were too disappointed by that.
Definitely not. It was very impactful. It's nice to see the different styles of both players, though. Both liking the Maokai, but Sebastian willing to bring out those carries.
Yeah.
And really punish tanks that can't abuse the Alawi's lack of mobility in the early game, or junglers in conjunction with tanks that can't punish.
Yep.
It was definitely a great game, though.
All right. Well, people, get us your votes into the chat. Let us know in the straw poll who your MVP is, and then we're going to get, hopefully, some interviews done. I hope. Looks like interview chat is filled in player of the game. I don't know why. What is the dealio here? Actually, those two could just join us here. Seeing as Eric is both captain and MVP. He covers News Team Assembled, and then if the captain of Lunchboxes of Doom, Grant, joins us. And then who else are we missing? Did Bad Instincts go to bed? I hope not. Anyways. Some spam in the chat. Banchan. Maokai. I results. That's not how you call the poll results. Rob. Just walked away, become a vessel, and cleared the tentacles. He took a lot of damage early on. That he did. But I don't know if there was really an option. Because of the way that damage was translated from the vessel to, or from the spirit to him as it was becoming a vessel. Anyways. Alright. What's the poll at now?
Sebastian won. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, alright, we're calling it. Bad Instincts, your Game 2 MVP. It's not even close. Congratulations, Sebastian. Thank you for joining us. Don't give the man a Lowy.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Wait, where's Eric?
I don't know. Eric, get over here.
Eric or Raito.
I know you can hear me somewhere. Maybe. Actually, it looks like that whole team's still chatting about something. So, anyways, we'll just start with talking to you guys. All right, so game number 1, you built the early lead, right? I think you were